Welcome back. I hope things are well. Xogue here, coming at you with episode 16 on the Bare Roots server. Now, I did mention how I was going to be totally decked out. I'm still gathering string. I'm not completely done with everything just yet. But efficiency 5, protection 4, depth strider 2. I need to get another one of those and combine them. I might have actually already gotten to. We'll see. Flame 1, protection 4. There was the other depth strider 2. Silk touch, efficiency 5, efficiency 5, efficiency 5. Unbreaking 3, unbreaking 3, efficiency 5. So as you see, I have a lot of high quality books. Guess where I got them? I have been trading in, this is probably my third or fourth load of fully stocked string, which gives me about a stack and a half of emeralds every time I go up there and trade them all in. And I'm left with 20. So you tell me just how many emeralds I've spent, because it's a lot. But after I'm done, my stuff will be awesome. But first, I've got a little clip of, you know, some things I was working on for Sarge. He asked me to help him out with something. Honestly, I'm not sure why, because he's more than capable of making this himself, and I'm sure Corvus is as well. But he wanted me to do it, so I helped him out. Yay, it's the hub! And we're going to the Commonwealth Islands. Now, this is that long path I was talking to you about that Sarge is currently working on. It's not done yet. He has this cool little mechanic here. Step on the pressure plate. This block pops up. There's a cart that pops out here. And once you step on it, you click on the cart and you just kind of go all automatically. It's pretty cool. So we're on our way over here because Sarge asked me to make... let me sprint. He asked me to make him a chicken cooker. So we're going to be heading over here. He's got all this. Is that... Hey, that's glass. That's cool. You can barely tell. That's why it's red. Cool. That's actually really cool. You're protected, but you still get the view. That's really cool. So, as you may have noticed by me slipping and sliding, and as I mentioned when I was doing the tour, he has ice under here, so you go extremely fast down this as long as you sprint and you do the whole sprint jump thing. And you go like super fast, which is really, really required here because I'm hungry. You get hungry really quick. And, but no, it's required because it is such a long path that it is just ridiculous. It's like, oh, I have no idea how far away it is. It's like 6,000 blocks in the overworld. It's almost 1,000 blocks away in the Nether. It's just, it's a huge distance, even in the Nether. So, you know, he's got this whole thing set up. So we're just over here. I'm wasting all my food and stuff. I got a little bit extra. We're going to be hopping over here. We're going to hook him up with a chicken cooker, and then I'm going to be on my way. He said he's going to give me some quartz, maybe some iron, maybe a diamond if I brought food, which I did. So we're going to be over here. I'm going to do this, and I'll get back with you in just a second. And here we are at the Commonwealth Islands. This is a cool little transport system all the way over there to that situation. I'm actually not even sure what that is. Let's take a trip over there. We're actually waiting for Sarge to get back online. He popped off for a second to deal with something. So we're gonna ride over here. We're gonna take a tour of this place too. I've already taken a tour of the other one. I guess I'm using that to get back to. We already took a tour of, you know, the spawn area and some other stuff. So I figured Commonwealth Islands, why not? So yeah, it looks like he's got a cobblestone generator over here. I don't know if this one's hooked up to a piston. Looks like it probably is because you're gonna break. Oh, wait a minute. Interesting. Okay, well, it is what it is, I guess. Okay, so yeah, this is oh, this is a smelter that I saw a video of by JL279. I forget what the numbers are. JL, you know JL. You've probably seen his videos. Is it 2579? Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, this is a design by him. And it's, I don't know, it's supposed to be super fast, super efficient. And you just get, I mean, you see all these smelters here. You can see when they're active, all that good stuff. So I believe he mentioned that his isn't working just yet. He's still working on it. But yeah, I'm sure that thing's going to be awesome once it's up and running. And then we're going to head over here. Bam. Give me you. And then you go on the track. Let me in and go. Alright, there we go. Now I'm moving. Moving. Oh, I did put that infinity book on my bow. And yeah, I went mining just very, very little bit. I didn't get a whole lot. I got 8 iron. Oh, yay, 8. Sweet. So now in here, there's this little somewhat automated. Actually, this is, I guess, supposed to be completely automated brewing station. He's got one per potion, I assume. Out of order, do not use. Yeah. So, you know, and then they got their chests and stuff. Now this is kind of the area where Corvus, Sarge, and Brit, they all kind of come together. This is supposed to be the Commonwealth island, and you know, they just get together. They I guess they collaborate on pranks was the initial idea for it, what it was supposed to be. Now they have done a few pranks and stuff, don't get me wrong, but it seems that this place is just more where Sarge kind of hangs out and does some other cool stuff. So, you know, I mean, he's got a lot of stuff over here. But yeah, we're just gonna hang out. Actually, I think there's an Outback mode, isn't there? Outback. Oh yeah, okay. This house over here, this is one that Corvus made. I remember this. I remember seeing the video for it. Listen. Hear that? If you look under there, you can see the Guardians shooting their little laser beams at squid. It's a pretty cool little thing. Oh, you're gonna okay. Yeah, don't attack me. That wouldn't be very nice. So, that's just the thing. I don't know if they're gonna try to turn that into anything, but it'd be kind of hard without the building. It seems that the Guardians do spawn, but the building itself did not. So, they got to work on that. Either ignore it or something. And yeah, I mean, that'd be cool if they could turn that into something. But over here, they got their, you know, animals and stuff. Good stuff. Got the cactus farm. I assume this is going to be sugar cane, because it's kind of laid out so no matter where sugarcane would be placed, it'd be right beside a water source block. So that looks like what this is. This is a sugarcane grid. And then you have the cactus over there. But this house, this is one that Corvus made, like I was mentioning, before I was interrupted by the Guardians. But it's a nice little build. You know, I mean, it's got some design elements that I could see myself using, like the fences for the windows, and just kind of little arc thing with that. I mean, that's kind of cool. You know, it's got some nice stuff. He's got some plants. I guess this is Corvus's fortune pickaxe. Nice. But yeah, some good stuff. So I'm gonna wait up for Sarge, and as soon as he gets back, I'm gonna make it. And like I've shown you before, I've made this already. You don't really need to see me build the same thing in the same series 3 times. So I'm just gonna go ahead and toss this up for him wherever he wants it, collect what he wants to pay me, and I'll be right back over and we'll get into some other stuff. Alright, now that you have seen the Commonwealth Islands, it's something I have yet to show you. Something I realized, that's why we kind of took that little tour around the area while we were waiting for Sarge to hop back on. But he did pop on. I did find the place to put it. I put it in. And now we're back over here because I wanted to show you a little something that I found a problem. I found an issue. Blocked, 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 blocked. All of them are blocked. So, before, in another episode, I told you that sometimes they will be locked out and there's a specific trade that they're looking for in order to be unlocked. Well, I was corrected. Fleeks, another member on the server, he actually pointed it out, and I believe he saw it in the code. That once they lock out a trade, every other trade that they offer has a 20% chance of unlocking that trade again. So it's a 1 in 5 chance. Now, as you see with this guy, he has 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 trades. Which really isn't a whole lot. Which means there is, this is actually the second time it's happened to me where every single trade he offers is locked out. There's nothing else you can do with him. You literally can't do anything with this villager anymore. He's just done. So, what I was doing to get my string turned in is my breeder situation over here. And just a side note, look at all the villagers. Just something, if anybody wanted to build this style breeder, something you need to be mindful of is that they do populate quite a bit. Now, the reason I originally made this one was because mine, obviously, it has a few flaws. But one thing I questioned while I was building this is why you need so many levels. Why not just throw so many villagers onto one level and be done with it? Well, I mean, I still question that. But basically the idea is that if you want to use something similar to this, you need to rig it better in a way. Basically give the children more spots to fall down. Perhaps in each of the corners, have a trapdoor, have an entire side. You know, the villager breeder that I have at spawn, both ends are up there. And actually, when I went back, there were still the same number of villagers in that breeder system that I started with. So it's just something to be mindful of. It's like I said, when you want to get, you know, when mobs try to move, they pick a block outside where they want to go, and then they pathfind to it. So here, you notice that there's no platforms, there's no balconies, there's no possibility for them to pick a block outside and try to pathfind to it. They literally have to pick the block where the trapdoor is. They do see it as a full block, but that's a 1 in, I don't know, whatever number this is. I guess it's 9 by 9 technically, the area that they're able to choose from. So it's a 1 in 81 chance that they're going to pick the right block to move to on that trapdoor. And you see the result of that. You need to give them better chances to fall, whether that means build balconies around it or have more slots for them to fall down, something along those lines. But just keep in mind, if you do want to build a balcony, you need to fake them out. You need to make them think that there's a way to get outside, such as with the trapdoor system that I used at the breeder at spawn. But anyway, after I went on that whole rant about this thing, because this is kind of annoying, to be honest, I don't know what's going to happen with this. I don't know. I might be building a new breeder system at some point, but I don't want to go through that. It does give decent results. You see, he kind of tilted his head, and there's like 50 of them. Kind of, yeah. There's a lot of villagers in there, and they're very noisy. But all I really did to get rid of all the string that I had was basically I moved them across. You know, I kept picking up new ones until I found one that wanted to buy string. I sold him all that I could until he got locked out the first time. Then I killed him and kept going. And it was kind of a pain. But basically, Unbreaking 3, Respiration 3, Aqua Affinity, Protection 4. You know, you can kind of read it. I'm not going to read them all. You know, this one now has Depth Strider 3. You know, I have my Sharpness. Here's my Deathbringer. I renamed, basically I just kept Slasher. It's almost dead. I'm just leaving it that way. This is the new one with Sharpness 5, Fire Aspect 2, and then the other two good things, Looting 3 and Unbreaking. And now I have my all-use picks. Every one of them will have Silk Touch on it, and Efficiency 5, along with, obviously, Unbreaking 3. And then I got my Digger and my Chopper. Those are simple enough. Efficiency 5 Unbreakings. And then my bow, which I tried to put Flame on it, but it was too expensive, so I'll be remaking my bow. It's probably the next thing that'll be remade. But because of this string issue, we need to have another way to get emeralds. So I figure what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and see if I can't automate as many of the emerald trades as I can, including the paper one, the farmer, But the farmer is probably going to be next. So we're going to be setting up some farms. And I actually have some designs for some pretty cool, fully automatic carrot and potato farms. You literally have to do nothing but construct it initially, and after that you will endlessly get carrots and potatoes. You don't have to replant. You don't have to trigger a water system. You don't have to do anything. You just let it go. And that's the biggest benefit. It may not be as effective as some of the other water triggered ones where you have to replant them every now and then, things like that. But this one you can literally go AFK and you will, by the time you're done, you'll have stacks of carrots or potatoes. So that's why it's so good. But first, in this episode, and it's also going to be another long one, a little bit longer, maybe not too much. But I think it's about time we do the tunnel. We got to hook up my tunnel to the hub. So that way we can start decorating the tunnel in the Nether, and it can look, it can look good. And we're going to jump down here, if I can get down my ladder. And I don't know exactly how it's going to work or what direction it's going to go in. Anything along those lines, really. I'm not entirely sure. But down here is no longer going to be used. So what we need to do is we need to move this tunnel that goes to spawn, and we need to move it up. And then it's going to circle around and probably come down some stairs or something, you know, over here. And then join up to the portal. And I may actually raise my portal as well. I'm not sure. There's not really any portals around here close to me. So that's not going to be a huge deal if I do decide to do that, except I'll have to extend the stairs. It might be problematic for certain other destinations that you usually have to go to my portal to get to. But after that's done, we also need to move the mesa portal. Not the portal, the path. The path does not have to run through my area. The reason it is now is because it kind of took, it was a little confusing in the beginning. You know, you didn't really know the Nether. You didn't know the quickest routes to get to anything. It's kind of a roundabout way to do it. And from my spawn area, my portal, it was the easiest thing. It was a thing I was most comfortable with. But now there's actually a quicker route from the hub. And you can pretty much go straight from the hub and get to the mesa portal. So we're also going to hook that up sometime in the future. Maybe not right away. But for now, we're just going to focus on mine. So the first thing I need to do is tear all of this out. And then dig the tunnel from the hub to here. So I'm going to get cracking on that, and I'll see you back in just a second. Alright, and we are done with the tunnel. Because now we come out, and if I show you, hopefully I can get these back. Right down there is where my portal was. So I raised my portal up a bunch. I have my rails with me, as you can see. Let me just go ahead and do this. That's back. And if I go down all the way over here, there were a few open areas. I had to use some of the netherrack from my stash to enclose everything. Apparently I missed a spot. But it really is just a straight shot right into the side of this tunnel that is kind of where Cyclops left off. So, yeah, pretty much good. Now, I want to coat the bottom. You know, I want to design out the tunnel and stuff, and things will change. And since this is going to be where the track will stay, it's, you know, that will happen. That will probably happen sometime soon. But just for the moment, I'm going to go ahead and lay out the track. And we have a rail system. It's not pretty, it's not awesome, but it does go from A to B, and at the moment, that's all that's really required. So, I believe that's about it for this episode. If you liked it, click that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. Favorite, comment, share. Do what you do. Take it easy, everybody.